Hello everyone, good evening from this side of the world. I am Jannat and I'm going to be your host for today's session. Welcome to ARK, or we can say ARK's official AMA. Okay, so thank you so much, first of all, to all the citizens for joining us. It's been 1 week since the ARK mainnet. I need to get used to it. ARK mainnet went live, and the momentum has been incredible. So today we're going to look back at the first week as we dive into, what makes ARK unique, what are the highlights, results, and we're also going to discuss where we are heading next. So, also, and to take you all through this, please welcome ARC's advisor and founder, Mr. Camilo Ippolito. I again hope I'm pronouncing it right. So, firstly, welcome, Carmelo. How are you?
Thanks, Janet. I'm good, thank you. Thank you for having us here today, and thank you to every ARC citizen tuning in today. The past week has been remarkable. Nearly 1 million ARC tokens have already been staked, representing more than $33 million in value. Over $15 million worth of LP tokens have been permanently burned into the black hole, and trading has been strong with daily volume over $10 million. And on top of that, almost 100,000 wallets now hold ARK. And these are not just numbers to flash on a screen. They are a reflection of trust. And that trust comes from the fact that everything is verifiable on chain. The contract ownership is renounced, the contracts are open sources, and we complete also a certic audit. So basically, ARK was built to be secure, transparent, and permanent.
Absolutely. And that is what we need in the space, right? Security, transparency, and something that is going to stay with us for long term. So you mentioned that almost 100,000 wallets already holding ARK, right? So that's huge in 1 week. What do you think is driving this fast adoption?
I think it really comes down to transparency and trust, because our contracts are open sources. Liquidity has been permanently burned, as I said before, and the treasury is on chain and verifiable. So users can see for themselves that ARK is built differently. That drives the adoption, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with you. Okay, so I have a lot of questions for you. So now let's talk about what makes ARK stand apart. And, a lot of new protocols come and go. Why should people trust ARK?
Well, when we were designing ARK, we started with what we call the 5 core questions. The first one is, can liquidity be pulled? And can the code be manipulated? Is the treasury transparent? And is the distribution sustainable as well? And when the market swings, is there a mechanism to protect value? With ARK, the answer to each of those is yes, and we solved it.
Amazing. I really like how the team, sat down and worked on the principles. That's rare in this space. Okay. So I want to dive deeper. So can you explain how ARC answers those 5 questions differently than other projects?
Well, liquidity worth of over $15 million have already been burned and never will be touched again. The contracts, as I've said before, are open sources and certic audit, and the treasury is fully transparent and verifiable on chain. Also, the token distribution is controlled by an emission modus that reacts to real condition instead of hype. And when volatility hits, the reserve stabilizer steps in to smooth things out automatically.
That sounds great. Okay, so you also mentioned ARC is powered by intelligent modules, right? So can you walk us through what those are and how they work together?
Well, yeah, ARK is powered by 5 intelligent models. The first one is the EM. After we have the RBS, the YRF, the MCL, and the RCM, working together to recycle, balance, and sustain the system. On top of that, we added two big pillars as well. The protocol-owned liquidity, which gives ARK its independence, and the ARK treasure system, which acts as our reserve and safety net. All this piece makes ARK resilient, not just for today, but for years to come.
Well, I hope the crypto whales community is taking note. Whales community is taking note already out there. So I want to know more about the first week, right? So basically, the theory sounds great, but what about the results? Like, what has actually been, what has actually happened in the first week that shows ARC is working?
Well, this week we've seen the mission modus and the reserve stabilizer doing exactly what they were designed to do, adjusting supply, reducing volatility, and keep the system balanced. The treasurer has been there as a safety net, giving citizens confidence that they are always valued back them. And the liquidity has been deep and reliable right from the start without relying on any outside market makers. And all of that is visible on chain in real time.
Well, that sounds actually great. No dependency on outside market makers is indeed amazing. Um, so now let's move on to community and global expansion, right? So one thing that stands out is the community growth. So can you share what you have seen globally in just this first week?
Well, what I've seen is amazing. In just 1 week, ARK groups are popping up across the globe. In China, Korea, Vietnam, Indonesia, Malaysia, Japan, also UK and the US, and through Europe as well. Citizens are already translating resources, creating content, and helping each other in their own language as well. So that's really amazing.
Well, I love the expansion already. That really sounds exciting. So
Yes,
I mean, we by far have discussed that ARC isn't just about DeFi, it's becoming a global movement, right?
correct. Exactly. And this tells us that ARK is not just one market project. It becomes a multi-language, multinational alliance of citizens. We are already seeing local builders and studio emerge, and that's the proof of ARK that is not being pushed from the top to down, but it's being built from the bottom up. And that's how we think, a civilization begins.
I agree with you. That's how a civilization begins, indeed. So let's look ahead, shall we?
Sure.
What's coming up next for ARC in the short term?
Well, in the short term, DAO governance is right around the corner. Citizens will soon have the ability to propose and vote, and also taking direct part in shaping the protocol future.
Got it. Um, okay, so I look forward to the DAO governance. I'm sure the crypto whales community is too. Now let's move on to the midterm. So you mentioned ARC land, if I'm not wrong. What is ARC land and why should citizens be excited?
Well, Arkland will be a new ecosystem of more than 50 AI modules. Citizens will be able to use them, train them, and even deploy their own. These transform ARK into more than finance. It becomes a platform for decentralized intelligence as well.
50 AI models. That's amazing.
Yeah, right.
All right. So yeah, we covered the short term, the midterm. I would love to hear the long term as well. So like if we zoom out even further, what's the big vision for ARC? Like let's say over the next 10 years.
Well, we are on a 10 years journey. Uh, we believe that from a protocol to an on-chain nation, we will move and ultimately to an AI plus DAO unified civilization. That's our idea. And every time a new citizen community join us, the map of this civilization expands.
Indeed. Well, so far so good. Your answers have been on the point and very clear, Carmelo. I just have a few more questions before I let you go. So,
Sure.
yeah, next one I have for you is why is protocol own liquidity is such a big deal?
Well, because rental liquidity is fragile. It disappears when incentive stops. The protocol-owned liquidity means that the depth of ARK's market is permanent, reliable, and under the protocol's own control. So it gives us independence and stability as well.
Yeah, makes sense. And that's somehow we what we crave in the Web3 ecosystem, independence and stability.
Yeah,
All
good.
right. Moving ahead to the next question. This is probably going to be the last one. Um,
Sure.
the vision is there, the execution seems so well thought out, but many projects collapse quickly in this space. Why do you believe ARC can last?
Well, the difference is in the design. With the RBS, the POL, and the ATS always working in the background, plus the five core modules running together, ARC constantly recycle value, protects stability, and secures liquidity. So that is not built for short-term speculation, but it's designed to survive in long terms.
Makes sense. Honestly, I'm really curious how this all turns out. With the modules in place, I really want to see the execution it's going to have. Yeah, that was my questions for you, Carmelo. But yeah, before we close, do you have any
Mhm.
final thoughts for ARC citizens today? Any closing remark?
Yes, my message is simple. ARK is more than a protocol. It's the beginning of a civilization. In just a week, we already seen what's possible. And in 10 years, we will look back at this moment as the start of something historic. And every citizen here is part of that journey.
Indeed. And I really think the Crypto Today community is going to be a part of this journey as well. So, yeah, heads up, everyone. I hope you got your answers. If you still have questions, I recommend you to be a part of the civilization to, you know, join, follow along, and ask your questions. Thank you so much, Carmelo, and thank you to all
Thank
our
you.
citizens worldwide
Thank
for
you for your
joining
time.
us.
Thank you and have a nice day.
Absolutely. Remember, everyone, it's the foundation of an on chain civilization from DAO governance to Arkland to the vision of an AI plus DAO society. The road ahead is ambitious and real. So stay connected, guys, stay engaged, and keep building with us. This is just the beginning. See you all in the next AMA. Bye bye, everyone. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
your
Bye
time.
bye. Thank you.